Yesterday I went at the end of the day and today at the start of it. What am I talking about? Fishing. I didn't go to bed until well after midnight, so I was pretty flexible about this morning. However, my body woke me up and said, take me fishing. And you know what they say, listen to your body. And although I've only had a few hours sleep, if my eyes look tired, it's nothing to do with that. They are hay fever eyes. I don't know if you suffer, that's the appropriate word, isn't it, with hay fever. I was terrible when I was younger. As I've got older, it's not so bad, but every now and then I do get the runny eyes and the temptation to rub them. It's always a difficult one, isn't it? But whatever you do, resist temptation, because as you know, it only makes things worse, doesn't it? I feel bad enough as it is, never mind if I was rubbing my eyes. Anyway, the flask is made. I'm going to load the car and then I'll see you at the water's edge. Before I could even set the tripod up or even pour my first cup of tea, the initial fish is a roach. I haven't even had time to say I'm fishing with prawn either. You can see there, small mouths, big bait, no problem. Fish number two, species number two as well. One that you associate more with prawns. And it's my favourite, the perch. Always carry a disgorger and forceps as well. No harm whatsoever done to the fish, but without them, not always the case. Another roach. You can see the size of the bait that I'm fishing with, and it's still not deterring the roach themselves, even that small perch, although they do have bigger mouths. Size 10 hook as well. I think I might need to switch to a king prawn. Ah, now this is neither a roach or a perch. Actually, it's a bigger perch. I thought it might have been a small tinker. Hear the splashing. Let's hope it stops because I get it in the net rather than lose it. Well, I've just done one of those two. Which one is it? Nice fish, my favourite. What's your favourite species and why? I can't really give an answer as to the perch, they just are. Always nice to watch them go back as well, isn't it? By 4 ounces, that's my biggest perch of the year so far. When I mention weights like that, I do record them in the blog post. Not a huge fish. Hopefully I'll catch even bigger ones during the course of 2025. But it's nice to advance your yearly PB, isn't it? Even if it is by a few ounces each time. It's been spitting slightly, so I decided to put the umbrella up. It's knocked off now though. I do enjoy fishing in the rain when it's heavy underneath the umbrella, but if it's just coming down a light drizzle, then I do quite enjoy sitting out in it. But if you've got recording equipment and maggots especially, I'm not fishing with those today, but once your bait tub gets wet, they will crawl out and escape. I'm sure many anglers, if not all anglers, at some point in their life have had that experience. I haven't got a hat on today, and I noticed that my hair, it does well, I'll come to that in a moment, but I think as you get older, you either lose it completely or it changes colour. In my case, it's the latter. For some, it might be a bit of both. But the sunlight, combined with maybe certain types of shampoo or whatever, I find that particularly in the summer, that my hair goes, when I put gel on it, it has a bit of a darker grey touch to it. But I find that it goes well. Who's right, me or my wife? My wife says it goes ginger, it has a ginger tinge to it. And I said, no, it's blonde, strawberry blonde. Well, I do go fishing every day, and you know what they say? Blondes have more fun. As the float disappears, oh, what's that? What's that? It's a bream. It's already on the surface. A few splashes. Hopefully, like the perch, I will be back cradling the fish in front of the camera. And indeed I am. Nice fish from a small pool. It's got more life now than it did when I was bringing it in. The bigger they get, the less fight in them, I think. Those skimmers certainly put up a resistance, don't they? Never mind me in the open air. The car will be smelling later. I'm due to go out with my wife shopping later this morning, and without doubt there will be a stench in the air, and I'm going to ask her what it is. I'm not going to give her the answer, but I'm going to ask her what it is. So watch this space later in the video for that one. It's a prawn fest this morning, and the roads certainly like them, don't they? I'm fishing a couple of rod lengths from the bank. There is a drop off, and that's where I'm presenting the bait. And I'm putting my usual attractor out, brown crumb. And on this occasion, with prawns, I've mixed it to such a consistency that if I just squeeze it slightly, that goes out as a ball, and then immediately it breaks up and settles on the bottom. Very simple approach, as I so often say, but it works, doesn't it? That's the important thing. The water is 5-6 feet deep. I've got a waggler 1.2 gram, got a shot either side, then nothing at all down to the hook bait. The bottom is quite mucky in places, so by letting it sink naturally, there's not that shot that takes it down into the weed and the muck on the bottom of the pool. Plus, of course, sinking as it does, I do pick a few fish up on the drop, especially roach, but also perch as well. Maybe not today, but I'm talking about over a period of time, and most certainly in the summer when the fish are more active. Another roach. Get the hook out easily enough, just inside the mouth though, so I will use the forceps, always much kinder on the fish. You can see there what I was referring to, just a little bit of gunge around the hook, but not a problem. This is not a roach, perch, or even a bream, a tinker. It's gone off on a run, as they do. And of course you need to give them a certain amount of freedom initially. Then, when you can exert enough pressure to turn the tide, do so. And that's what I've just done. I can feel it grating on a few lilies out there, but they're not dense, so should slice through them like a knife in butter. I just hope there's nothing too snaggy out there though. I do seem to have hit something more solid than a few lilies. What do you do when that happens? Put the rod down, watch the line, keep the bail arm off, and hopefully the fish will come out itself like it is now immediately. Now I strike again. I've just got my line tangled in my my bait bucket lid there. No, still tangled, I think, up with something out there. I've removed the tangle on the bait bucket lid, but the fish seems to be solid. Let's give it some more line. Unfortunately, whatever it is that it's headed into, it'll just go deeper, but that's all you can do, isn't it? I am still connected. I can see the line moving. Therefore, all is not lost at the moment, but every time I lift into it, it's solid. Let's give it some more space. I think it's around a branch or something like that in the water, because I can see the line moving, but rather than the fish going off again like they often do when they come out of the snag, they are little jerks. So I think that this is going to be a lost fish and not the fourth species of the session. Definitely locked solid there. I'm not even getting those little pulls now. I think the fish is free, which is good for the tench, of course. I'm gonna have to pull here for a break. That's the only way to get out of this one. But the good news is the tench has escaped safely. Apart from losing the fish, of course, everything's worked out fine there in the end. I have a recast, drinking up a cup of tea, and I've now got a pike in the swim. As soon as I put bait out and the small roach, etc., come in, the pike smashes into them. But I've had a decent session so far, certainly happy with what I've caught. I'd be even happier if I'd have got that tench in the back of the net. But these things happen, don't they? I've still got some time as well, and although the small roach might now put in a disappearing act due to the appearance of the predator, hopefully bream, bigger perch, bigger roach, maybe a tinker will put in an appearance before I finally do pack away and go home. And as I say those words, a little bob on the float there. That's encouraging. There's still fish out there, even though the pike's having its breakfast. I'm going to have a spray with my favourite, Polo by Ralph Lauren. But I wonder if my wife will detect the eau de bream in the car. Let's find out, shall we? Debbie, do I smell nice?
Yes, you do.
Beautiful smell, isn't it?
Mm.
Any other smells in the car?
The usual stanky fish smell.
Come on then, I'm going to put you on the spot now. What did I catch this morning?
I don't know what you caught, but I know it's bream stink.
Bream.
The slime and the slop. And
you've hit the nail on the head there.
Don't like that.
And then another thing that I wanted to ask you is that my hair, when it catches the sun in the summer, it goes this certain colour, like a little tint to it. What colour is it?
Like a gingery gold colour.
Blonde.
Gingery gold.
Blonde. Am I going to have the last word there?
No.
Well, I just have. Blonde. So I've got the last word. Let's go shopping.
Okay.